What up? I'm back. So today we're going down to the shop. I'm going to be working on the S14 again. I finally got it back from the shop. I had them fix all the electrical problems. So it gets powered to the fuel pump. With the key, fuel pump's good. The problem is the lines on top of the tank. These lines that are in the tank in the car are dry rotted, so it leaks from here. I just got to the shop. Man, I haven't seen this thing since the tow truck picked it up, bro. They knocked my corner light out and knocked off my front lip. Damn. Gotta move this truck, push it inside, but damn, this thing is dirty. It's a poor car, bro. You know what? It's a project. Hopefully it's a running project soon. Car's inside. Plenty of room to work on it. Alright, now this thing's in the air. I can pull the wheels off. Pull the exhaust out. Drop this subframe. Start dropping this tank. Okay. Fuck. I just kicked my lug nuts everywhere. Okay, that's it. Well, that's part one, really. Now we have to undo all the fuel lines, the filler neck hose. We're gonna drop this tank. So I got the tank out. If you've never seen an S14 tank, here you go. It's the same as an S15, R33, R34. As you can see, it's pretty wet around here. So I dropped the tank so I can replace all these hoses, the feed, return, the pickup tube that picks it up from the other side of this hump. But I'm realizing, no matter what, I'm going to change the hoses. But I think the reason it leaked was because this clamp is not even that tight. Look at that. Boom. I could pop this thing off, no problem. If this car was getting under fuel pressure from the pump, of course it's going to leak out from there. Not to mention these hoses are on their last leg. They probably leaked too. Look at that. That's completely, oh, it's hard to see. It's completely dry rotted. It's cracked. You know, who knows if this is even proper fuel hose. This top trio right here, this just goes out to a breather. It's supposed to have a charcoal box in the back of the car, but you can feed it out into like a breather tube, like a breather filter, and you should be fine. What I'm concerned with though is, what if it's leaking around here? So once I replace all the hoses, I'm gonna get new fuel line clamps for every possible junction. Like, I'm getting rid of this getting rid of this these horrible fittings, especially the worm clamps. Those destroy the fuel lines over time. They just bite holes into it. So once I do that, I'm gonna fill the tank up, make sure it doesn't leak anywhere without fuel pressure. And if it does, then I'll drain it again, dry it, clean it. I'm gonna patch wherever it's leaking from, and that'll be that. I should actually be able to take this off of here. Well, I'll get a clip tool for that, but I should be able to pull this wire out, test the fuel pump in the tank outside of the car. If I can make sure that fuel is only coming out of the feed line and nowhere else, then I'm safe to put the tank back in the car. I would have, you know, and that should be our problem solved. The car will be running, driving again, which will be amazing. So that's the plan. Well, I figured since I have the car here, the welder's right there, I might as well do this. I planned on doing it anyways. Sunroof delete. The sunroof seals are not in production anymore. This is super janked up. I'm sure there's surface rust along this edge. And I have no headroom in the car with the sunroof, so I'm here now, and I might as well do what I planned on doing. So I already pulled the rear view mirror off, the visors, and the A-pillar trim. So I'm just gonna finish doing this. Hey, do you want a headliner? How did they get this in here?
I think we get it out this way.
Well,
wait, now this is probably not helping us.
You're right, thank you. This roof panel is in pretty good shape, all things considered. So, let me get some tools, and I'll be right back. Oh yeah, there's definitely some rust. Look at that. There's like aluminum foil. Someone's jammed aluminum foil in there. But what I think needs to happen now is I think I need to cut the seal that they glued in here. So I gotta get like a box cutter or something. Oh shit. Alright. It's definitely the whatever they used to seal this with. That's holding it in now. And this box cutter is pretty good. It's cutting it right out. Oh shit. I'm just scared I don't want to cut myself with this thing. Oh god. What? I'm over here.
Can you help us with the door? We gotta lift it to slide it back on the thing.
Okay. Pull this hose all the way out. Oh, we don't need that anymore. Oh, it's stuck. It's getting stuck for me. You got it?
Yep.
Hold on, there's.
What are you doing with this?
I'm getting rid of it.
Oh.
Oh shit, okay, hold on, be careful.
Want me to cut it?
What?
Okay, hold on. You want to go to the other side? Which one can I
Sure, pull it out of the other side for me, please.
Wait, hold on.
And then there was.
So you're making the sunroof anymore?
No, we don't need it.
Why? What are you? You're making a regular roof?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it a slick top. Because no sunroof. Because they don't make the seals anymore for the sunroof. And if you want to fix it, you have to replace the sunroof entirely. People who sell the sunroof, the cheapest ones I've ever seen were like $1,000. And also there's poor headroom with the sun. Like my head hits the roof with the sunroof. So getting rid of it will give me another 2-3 inches of headroom in the car.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
This is going out to the trash then?
No, I'm gonna sell it because even though it's kind of like the glass is good and the assembly is good, so just lean it against something, please. Thanks. Look at this. They used aluminum foil and like some rubberized thing to seal the car.
Use the razor.
Yeah, I will, but look, most of it is peeling off pretty easily. Since I planned on doing this already, but since the welder's here and the car's like under a roof, I can do it. I just need to like clean all this off, get some cardboard, make a template for the steel, grind the edge, and like start welding it. Okay, sunroof is fully out. I cleaned up some of the rubber so I can have enough room to make a template. Just traced it from the inside, and I'm gonna cut this out. I went to the store for the fuel line. I got only enough fuel line, unfortunately, to do the feed and return lines. But these smaller 1/4-inch hoses, they don't look that great. They're kind of hard, and I want to change them. But unfortunately, no part store in my area has enough length, or even has it at all. See, this is cracked. I'm not using that again, just to have to pull it out again. So I'm gonna order that stuff on eBay. I don't want to leave the shop yet. It's rare that I get to work on stuff, so I also bought these fuel injector hose clamps. That's it. Very rough shape, but this will be the premise for just finally smoothing it out, getting it perfect. So let's go see how close it is. Alright, that's it. The template to final piece. Now it's good because there's no like open spots, so everything is just a little bit bigger. And the benefit of using a curved piece of metal is it already follows the crown of the roof. So unlike a flat piece of metal where it would not have the bends in it already, this already has the proper shape of a roof. I got very lucky with that, and it's the right size metal, so when I come back I'm just gonna shave it, barely massage it until it just barely fits in here around the rim of this opening. I obviously got to clean off the rest of the glue, whatever is like gonna prevent it from being perfect. I gotta get it down to bare metal around the edge. So that's that. So I'm leaving the car for now. I'm gonna take all the tools back to where they belong. Just picking everything up. This is what was sealing my sunroof before. Pretty gnarly, you guys. That's chassis guys, man. What's up with y'all? And next time it'll be the same spot, but we'll have everything we need to pretty much finish the job and hopefully hear the car run for the first time again. What up? I'm back. The fuel lines came in today, so I'm on my way back to the shop. We're gonna see if we can't get this car back together. So let's go. Alright. 2, 3. These are all the old fuel lines. Here's the new feed and return line. So basically what we're gonna do here is replace this line and use these fuel clamps. Make sure this thing don't leak. This, I didn't cut this because this is the breather hose, and I need to steal the little thing that clips into here off my old tank and make it fit good. Okay, but this The last to do is these feed and return lines. Let's just cut this at the halfway line. And before we really finish this job, I need to put this ring on the top of the fuel hanger. So let me take this thing off. Alright. Alright. Since I have the harness undone, we can test this thing outside of the car. Look, you can hear it. Fuel pump's working. Now before I put this thing back in, I think I've determined that it's pretty good. It's good to go. I'm going to use some of this rubberized undercoating on where the tank and the straps are touching. That way there's just an extra layer. It's not just this hard metal grabbing onto the strap, because it's just a weak point. It's just seems silly. Why didn't Nissan just coat this themselves from the factory? So I'm going to just coat all of this right here. Here we are, one last look. All the lines are brand new. New feed, new return, breather, even the little canister is on. I have extra length. I'm gonna run this out to a filter. So I filled it up with gas. It doesn't seem like it's leaking anywhere, so thankfully I don't think this thing has a puncture anywhere, but we'll find out for sure once we fill it all the way to the top. Now I'm gonna just throw it in the car. Alright, fuel tank's back inside. Wasn't too hard. It's a lot easier when there's no fuel in it. But all this, I coated the whole thing with undercoating, so it has a nice rubber layer between the strap and the tank. So hopefully this helps prevent the tank from wearing out where these points contact. And now I just need to hook up these feed and return lines here and the filler neck, put some fuel in it, and I'm gonna try to start it for the first time. Alright, very exciting moment. Let's see what happens. Look at that. is off though. It's a little lazy and I don't think the readout is correct. It's also not giving me any information on fuel. At least it's giving me temperature though. Finished up for the day. I got the subframe back on. Unfortunately, I stripped the threads in here and the bolt. So now I gotta tap that, get a new bolt, and then the car will be back on the ground. I'm still gonna leave it on 4 jack stands for now, because I have to fab up the exhaust. So that'll be next weekend's project. And I gotta finish the roof. I can't even take the car outside. Miami weather, rains every 30 minutes. So that's it. It's a wrap.